live, everyone, and we are just jumping right on into it.
Ah.
Yes, a bit of a surprise there. Surprised me too, but we're in the game, and it's time to go.
We made it.
Yes, it's going to be our second match of the evening, the morning, the afternoon, wherever you are, as it's going to be a TvP, maybe a little bit better than the last match, depending on who you want to see, but these two guys are very, very skilled players. We have a TvP spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map. It's Jin Air Greenwing's creator.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the Red Terran player. His name is KeeN.
Just eyeing up
Playing...
KeeN's
portrait. As Derp Fester, and he plays for Afreeca S2.
He does indeed. Very cool. What I don't know if the branches are connected or whatever, but very cool what Afreeca did with that team league, and how basically just because their team played, or because they played in the team league, they got sponsored by Afreeca. That's actually how I think he ended up with that sponsorship.
Yeah, very cool. Alright, so no proxy shenanigans from either player here in the early stages of the match. Both players just keeping their stuff at home. Nobody really interested in doing anything too crazy at the early stages here anyway. Cybernetics core on the way, Reaper coming in. Reaper really shouldn't be able to do much, as there will be an Adept or a Stalker out before the Reaper really can get too much done. And yeah, I mean, this is the most standard Protoss play you're ever going to see here out of Creator. We got that Cyber Core just about wrapping up now. The Natural Base is coming in. In fairness, the Cyber Core was before the Natural, so it's a little bit different, but it happens enough that it's basically standard at this stage.
Yeah. I do it in all my TvPs. I used to not do it, but you got to get that Stalker or whatever out quicker. Otherwise, that Reaper, it's just going to do you in if you're someone like me. Even pros, just when they go for Gateway Expand, can sometimes lose, say, lose a worker or two.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in the early stages, for sure.
Now, Adept is crossing the map for Creator already, and KeeN, he's got his command center. It's building, but it's not going to finish up in time, so actually going to be a bit of a delay here. Meanwhile, the Reaper for KeeN getting on into the base of Creator.
Stalker are going to chase him away, maybe kill him.
No,
nope, he does manage to escape.
Just getting out of there.
Just barely. Dept, yeah, does get that delay on the command center. Stalker's wandering across here, and this is a pretty significant delay on KeeN. I'm liking it.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Cancels the shade at the last second. Doesn't want to leave. Is having a great time here getting rid of this command center. Marauder comes out. One Marauder versus Adept, Stalker, and a Marine.
Okay, the mine will help zone these guys back.
Oh, what a dodge.
Oh, is this just... Oh, God. This could honestly just be like game-ending damage here.
Could just be. That Marauder has to hoof it back inside. He's too low on HP to survive.
The Cyclone is just starting.
Oh, the Widowmine was a good idea, and it almost got a shot off, but nope. Not allowed. Meanwhile, Reaper doing some stuff.
Oh, he doesn't even get a probe.
Out. That's brutal. I mean, this isn't going to kill the command center, but it's so delayed. Wait, why are you recalling?
I guess just because the Cyclone's popping out.
And I guess he knows he can't leave without taking a Widowmine shot.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. So, good choice there by Creator. Even keeping that Adept alive. He killed off an SCV, a Reaper, and a Marine, but the real damage was in that denial or the delay of the command center building.
Brutal.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I mean, KeeN's good enough, or this isn't just going to kill him, I think. I hope, anyway, because that would be a sad game one. But,
I mean,
Observer...
Dead man walking. That happens to you in a TvP, and you're already off to a pretty rough start.
Yeah, he's down about 11 workers here. Sure, he has mules, and that helps the income by quite a bit on the two bases that he's on right now, but he only has one orbital command, so that's only one mule at a time. That Warp Prism is just now finishing. Really, I mean, it's gotten a lot of attention recently, at least on the StarCraft subreddit, of being something that both Zerg and Terran do not mind seeing nerfed a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them nerfing the Warp Prism.
I mean, it's insanely good. I mean, what I've seen suggested is maybe that it should just cost a little bit of gas, maybe not just be a straight mineral unit, just because it is so good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a whole discussion, but then it's almost comical about how well Protoss use it sometimes, or just how it goes out. Like, I know we've had him in Afreeca World a few times, but Trap, he just opens up the same way pretty much every game. And then the Terran will go for their push or whatever. The Warp Prism moves in, warps in Zealots. He defends the attack on his side of the map, and the Zealots kill the Terran. And it's just like, game over, just like that. It's like,
Yeah.
well, maybe the Terrans could be doing something differently.
Could be. Just switch up the meta.
Yeah, I don't think, like, strong harass tools really are a problem or anything like that. Because, I mean, like, this is awesome to see Trap just microing these Stalkers in this Prism right now, getting them out of there. I think part of the problem is that the Terran has to commit so much to trying to kill the Protoss, because if you just trade out with a Protoss as a Terran, you're probably in pretty bad shape. You gotta get some real damage done, like kill the army or get a ton of probe kills or something like that.
True.
So I don't know.
Yeah, Stalkers being rebuffed here for the time being. They might actually, there we go. They do show up in the main. Oh, there's just not enough Terran to stop this at all. Not even really bothering to micro too much there whatsoever. So that's a nice victory. And then you just pick off the Cyclone and then blink out.
Yeah, Stalker for a Cyclone, not a bad trade.
No.
Observer does get picked off.
Yeah, second Observer killed here. Immortal production has begun. Charge is getting started for Zealots back home. Third base warping in. Now, 4 Marauders is just not enough. The Marines are going to help, but...
Yeah, no, this is not where Bio does well. Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
No.
No.
KeeN.
Surprise Disruptor!
Yeah, he's having a real bad time here.
Blinking out, picking up the Disruptors, saving them alive. He's doing such a good job keeping his units alive here. It's 1,300 resources lost to 500 for Creator. He's just been so cost efficient.
Yeah, it is. It's real nasty what Creator has been doing to KeeN this game.
I don't know why the heck there was a probe wandering around down there, but all right.
Just doing probe stuff, I guess.
Scouting? 7.5 minutes?
Hey, the probe is one of the most dangerous units in the game. Disruptor shots going off, and oh my god. Okay, one of the disruptors goes down. Not an amazing trade for Creator losing that. I mean, you want to try doing that as a Protoss, but maybe that was a little bit overzealous. That being said, though, still a fantastic spot for Creator. Just, he's got his third base up. He's got, what, 8 gateways up. He's getting Psystorm, or can get Psystorm, because Templar Archives is done. So we should be seeing Psystorm start relatively soon. He's got Charge. He's going to have an upgrade lead coming his way.
That is so many charge lots, and that is so annoying to deal with. Oh, Medevac gets picked out.
Yeah,
that's huge.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't see a world in which KeeN wins this game. Barring Creator falling asleep this game.
Creator's APM remains above 200, so I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I like what he's doing. KeeN is continuing to send drops in, trying to find stuff.
But look at that. Spotted by Creator. And that was KeeN like, oh, damn. Now I'm up against a Protoss who's securing a 4th base. Has 2-1. And I'm still just making Marine Marauder Medivac with no extra upgrades coming my way.
Yeah, that production tab is just Marines and Marauders. God, the Immortals are going to be so good.
Yeah, they're just going to have
Marauders.
the time of their life. Upgrades aren't yet done, so oh my god, no. Okay, oh, there's the rest of the army, there we go.
Yeah, they're alive. Disruptor kind of A-moves to his death there, that wasn't great.
Yeah, not the cleanest engagement from Creator. KeeN actually taken pretty decent trades, but I still want to say he's going to be fine with another Warpin or 2 of Zealots.
Yeah, he's up about 20 supply, so that's a good place to be.
was never researched, by the way, but there's a high Templar on the floor.
He's just doing Archons. He's starting Storm now, I guess, yeah. So not bad. Bit of an engagement inside the main base and down at the third base. KeeN is doing the multi-pronged stuff right now, which I love. This is how he gets back in this game, is these shenanigans right here. Medevac taken down, which means all the bio on the main base is going to die. This group is going to escape just by stimming their way home. 6 probes have gone down. It is even on worker count, which means with mules, the income for KeeN is better now.
This is a pretty decent engagement for KeeN, fighting in the middle of the map. The Zealots trickling forward, and the Bio with the higher mobility, picking off units left and right. This Archon got to get saved in that Prism, so a must-do from Creator, keeping that alive. But he's not really as solid as he was before. KeeN started sort of rocking the ship here a little bit and hitting Creator all over. Widowmine's getting connections on the Protoss army. Creator's coming south just to try and push KeeN out once again. He wants to keep trying to snipe off these medivacs when he can, as that's how you really prevent the Terran from just basically doing what he's doing indefinitely. Now, Storm's going to be finished up in a few seconds here. There's not enough energy on this Templar, and Creator fighting out on the map right now. This is not going his way. What?
Suddenly, army supply is 71 to 36 in favor of the Terran player. He's just been making incredible trades consistently for the past 2 or 3 minutes. The charge lots are all getting slowed because of concussive shell. They're not getting their hits off they'd like to. This 4th base might just be forfeit. I don't want to call it early. Reinforcements continue to come in from KeeN.
Yeah. Okay.
Archon's getting focused down. Immortal's getting focused down. Probes forced to get pulled here is never good. Widowmine's ready to rock on them as soon as possible.
Yeah, these Widowmines are going to get some nasty connections. I feel the Archon really takes one for the team there, which is good. Getting healed up by that shield battery. But Creator, I think he's already too far gone.
He's got 28 army supply. He's making more charge lots, but I'm not sure that's what he needs here. Did he forget Storm? Is that what this is?
Well, it was delayed. But I mean, then he did start
chose
Storm
Archons
late.
over Storm, effectively, because he had High Templar.
I don't know how Creator lost this game. This is honestly one of the biggest throws I've seen in a long time. Like, he just had to check the boxes as a Protoss player, and then he got caught out and killed. I mean, he's still fighting, but when there's this much bio and you're just warping in units as a Protoss, you're not coming back.
Production tab is 1 Zealot right now for Creator. His income is horrible.
GG. KeeN, okay.
What?
Creator, kindly giving KeeN that game. He wrapped it up in a box and said, here, take it.
He had, like, one of the best openings you can ever have in a PvT. Delays the natural base by, like, 3 minutes. KeeN is woefully behind. It seemed insurmountably behind. But no, KeeN's like, you know what I'm going to do? Terran stuff. I'm going to do multi-pronged harass. I'm going to hit you at multiple places at once. I'm going to kite my face off. I'm going to hope there's not any storm, and holy crap, there's not any storm. And he did it. He just slow and steady, man. Uphill battle, but he got to the top. That was amazing.
That was just routine Terran stuff, though. Like, he was dead.
Yeah.
Creator should not have lost that game.
Nope.
StarCraft, man. Creator's going to be kicking himself after that one, particularly if he loses this series.
Yeah, it's only a best of 5, so 1 loss matters quite a bit here.
Like, I think the place which it all went wrong was when Creator was just out of his natural, and then KeeN sort of came in from multiple angles. And that's when he started really stringing the Protoss player along and pulling him apart.
Yeah, and it was just minor victories here and there, taking out 4 or 5 Zealots, maybe losing a Marine in the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good. Widowmine's in the mix.
Disconnected.
Do apologize about that, guys. Apparently I left myself on TeamSpeak. Okay, here we are. We are into the next game in this best of 5. I didn't expect this to be the score, but we've got KeeN 1-0 in the bottom left-hand side of the map.
Good golly. And in the top right from Generic Green Wings, it is Creator.
Good golly is right after that game.
And it was the other way. It was Terran versus Protoss. I could kind of see a Protoss coming back from a rough situation, but man.
Yeah, like, KeeN should, I don't know. I don't know, man. He is, he's gonna be kicking himself for that one.
Well, he's all the more motivated in game number 2 then.
Oh, he better be. He's got to make up for that one. Okay. Standard openings coming out of both these guys, so far anyway.
Probe says we could do it again, right? Just send over a couple stalkers, get an adept in the mix.
It
Gonna
is
try
a
to
Nexus
delay.
before Cybercore this game, though.
Ah, never mind then. He's gonna block the command center though for a little bit.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh,
Forces it
not
off
as long as
location.
he wanted. Yeah, is that out? Oh, that's a tiny bit. Yep.
Yeah, just enough to make you lift the CC.
And very quick Stargate here from Creator as well. Warping that guy in. It's got to be an Oracle, doesn't it? I don't know what else you go this fast Stargate for. Unless you're going for a ton of Phoenix.
Yeah, very quick
be-
Stargate, as a matter of fact. You are correct. Like, this is the quickest Stargate that you can get when just going for a normal expansion build.
Yeah. I guess you could one base a Stargate out pretty fast, but who does that, honestly?
Yeah, it's been a
One
while
base.
since we've seen those. Ever since the Oracle was nerfed. Not really worth it.
No. All right, so the Reaper's going to cruise on in, but I mean, by golly, there's already an Adept here, so no damage gets done on those probes. They're going to heal up any shield damage they take, so effectively nothing done.
Yep, Frisbee to the face of that Reaper. Oh, and this is a big mistake.
He dead. Oh, he lost focus there for like a second and a half, and bam, done.
Yes.
Second Adept shows up. Hey, what are we doing? Why was I made? Oh, well, we didn't think the Reaper would die that fast, to be honest.
You know that Plankton meme? It's like, well, I never actually expected to get this far.
That's exactly what it was.
Or
The
it's
first
like,
Adept was like, what? I don't know.
It's like a dog chasing its tail.
Yeah.
Never actually expects to catch it. Widowmine picks off an Adept.
Not too shabby.
Oh, this fine. Gonna get away. But that's always a worthwhile trade, I think, as Widowmines. They're pretty darn cheap.
Another Widowmine ready for the Oracle. That is going to show up here in just a couple of minutes. Adept, just a scouting Adept, going to see what's up here, and unfortunately nothing doing as the wall is present. Ghosts cannot go through walls, as everybody knows.
Are they ghosts? They're
I mean,
shades.
is there any lore explanation as to exactly what a shade is?
No, the lore explanation was that the Protoss players complained when Blizzard was only giving them one unit in Legacy of the Void, because that was it at first, was it?
I'm trying to remember.
It was either the Disruptor that was added after people complained, or the Adept.
I want to say they were both there, and like
No,
as
they
soon as
weren't.
Legacy of the Void launched, were they not?
On launch, yes, but in the beta, Blizzard was
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay, here, Terran, you get the Liberator and the Cyclone, and Zerg, you get the Lurker, and what else did they get? The Ravager? Yeah, Lurker
Yeah.
and the Ravager.
Yeah.
And then Protoss, you get, I want to say, just the Adept or just the Disruptor. And the Protoss were like, wait a minute, that's half of what everyone else gets.
Makes sense.
So, 3 Oracles out for Creator. This Medivac getting an escort back home. As KeeN says, I apologize for trying to drop you. Oh, these Oracles, they could get stim.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Widowmine's gonna try to
Oh.
shut it down. Oh, what control? What control? No Oracles go
what?
down.
None of those mines went off.
They were close to it, man.
Yeah, KeeN gonna be thanking his lucky stars that was just combat shield that went down, but that was still not good for him.
Yeah, KeeN was a supply blocked for just a second there. It's a little bit embarrassing here at the 6.5-minute mark, but I guess it happens to the best of us a little bit. Anyway, that's a lot of oracles for Revelation, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's like infinite Revelation at this point.
I think it is, isn't it? You just need 2 to infinitely do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oracle's picking off a few SCVs, of course, burning all their energy in the process, pretty much. Now, KeeN. It's important to note that KeeN is 2-basing it, guys, as doesn't want to build a 3rd CC this game, so just going to be moving out and has to get a lot of damage done to Creator, if not a kill move. So going to have to be very cautious with that. Right now we see Creator moving out with his forces that he currently has. This isn't an attack that's going to be coming from Creator. This is literally just, I'm going to move my army out to buy time here, because it's very mobile. Looks like Widowmine Drop going to be going down at the 2 bases, but only killing 2 probes.
And pushing across. Creator trying to get some stuff done
this.
here. With his Stalkers blinking out, that's a lot of bio. The Force Fields keep a bunch of them at bay, but the rest of them are more than scary enough to chase Creator back home.
Yeah, Concussive Shell is finished up for KeeN, so any unit that gets tagged now has to be very careful. Stasis Wards are about to expire, so that's not going to be a factor here.
Yeah, got a Widowmine and a Medevac and a Marauder during that engagement. That was pretty good stuff. Doesn't lose the Stalker with the good Blink Micro. Recognizes the time on that's really, really good. The Oracle's not quite sure what to do with themselves. Oh, whoa.
Choo-choo, all aboard. The boys have been pulled.
Is this all in?
This is as all in as you can get for KeeN.
Yeah, KeeN's down big time in worker supply.
Well, he's sending them to the front lines, so... Yeah, KeeN losing workers, but can he kill his opponent? He very well may be able to, unburrowing his Widowmines because he didn't want that friendly fire, but yeah, it looks like that Creator may be able to hold this. Widowmine's hitting a lot of the Zealots there, though. KeeN, he's up on supply for now.
I don't know, man. It's Immortals, it's Stalkers in production here.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of KeeN supply still just moving across the map, but look at this. Stimmin 4 just shredding into these units. High damage on these injured units, but they're still alive to put out their damage even if they are hurt. So this maybe is going to work for KeeN.
Whittling down here.
That Widowmine hits the Warp Prism, and that's getting injured, so got to be very careful if you are KeeN right, or if you're Creator right now. He does have 2 Immortals and a Prism, though, and that's a lot of Protoss dreams right there.
Still, units continuing to stream across the map here from KeeN, despite having exactly 18 workers back home. Mules are pretty good.
The power of Mules really keeping KeeN in this right now, just producing just enough. That being said, though, army supply is starting to even up. A 3rd Immortal is out. KeeN needs to kill his opponent right now. Widowmine's going to be getting dodged by Creator. Once again, great control. Stalkers eating Widowmines, but the army supply, it's just really thinning out.
I think that was it. I think that was the window.
Yeah, the 3 Immortals not going down is just so huge for Creator, keeping them alive. Beautiful control.
If we could repower that shield battery, it'd be nice, but...
Look at that.
He did!
Yeah. Beautifully done. And KeeN is out of here. GG.
Wow.
The series is tied.
Well, I don't know that KeeN needed to do that. Do we think KeeN needed to do that? I'm trying to figure out what he looked at. He was. I guess he was down about like 20 workers at that stage.
Yeah, he was. And I mean, you kill the Protoss sooner rather than later. Yeah, I don't know what he could have done better that game.
And what a hold from Creator, though. Just that was a really, really scary push that showed up at his front door. He didn't have any splash damage at all. And just did it with Stalkers, Immortals, Zealots, shield batteries.
Yeah, that was such a close hold. It's tough to say what either player could have done better.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, going to a very analytical point, I'm not sure if KeeN, when he took that first fight, because you know how his combat shield was sniped?
Yeah, that was a problem.
Maybe when he took that first fight versus the Stalkers and the Sentries, he didn't have combat shield there. So maybe he lost a few more Marines than he should have, or traded out a little bit worse than he could have, maybe.
And he figured maybe he would, it was just downhill from there.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let's take a look. Just saying that the stream has ended, but we are definitely live.
I'm watching it right now.
Guess that's just me then. Alright, both players saying, wait a second, so we will do exactly that before getting on into the next game. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. As you guys are just watching, you can feel free to check out Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter. We both have YouTube accounts as well, where we post lots of StarCraft 2 casts as well, so you can definitely check us out there.
Yeah, lots of StarCraft available on YouTube for sure. And yeah, Twitter is just the best place to be to see where our latest content is coming from and when it posts and who it is and whatnot. So definitely check it out. Oh, that first match. As we've got Ocha123 in chat asking about previous results here today.
Yeah, Risky kind of bopped Psyark, for lack of a better word. Now he's going to be moving on to face Creator or KeeN, which are going to be a tough opponent, regardless of whoever it is.
But, yeah, it's not going to be an easy battle for sure. But I don't know, I kind of liked what I saw in that first series.
Yeah, he was looking good. Maybe a little bit careless in a sense, but he kind of had already won the games. I don't know.
True. Maybe he'll be a little bit more focused against someone he's a little bit more afraid of, maybe.
Yeah, anyway, here we are. The map is Thunderbird. Spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it's KeeN.
And spawning on the right, he's Blue, and he is Creator.
So we'll see how this game's going to go between these two. I mean, yeah, I'd like to go back and check the replay to see if the combat shield being sniped had anything really major to do with it. I mean, because that was so close. Like, think about it, combat shield that's 100-100. That could have been an extra Marine and Marauder.
That's true. And you're right. If he didn't have the upgrade, that would have caused some major problems in that engagement too. So
yeah, in that first engagement, that's for sure.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yes, every little thing you do in StarCraft 2 matters, guys. Make sure to let your friends know that this tournament is going on, KeeN versus Creator. We got at least 2 more maps before one of them advances here. So make sure to let your friends know, tweet it out, whatnot. Be like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I'm watching some good StarCraft 2 over on Afreeca TV.
Yeah. People will say, thank you for telling me. That actually means a lot to my friendship with you.
I think higher of you.
Yeah. Oh, nice block.
Oh,
gets the block. Oh, and then kind of gives up.
KeeN's like, oh, fine, I'll build it slightly to the right.
He could have still blocked it.
Yeah,
the probe was like, this is good enough. I'm going to stop trying now.
The probe was happy with himself, because I guess that's all you want to do is force the Terran to build it slightly off position.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like if you delay it a few more seconds, that's better.
That's true.
What do you think? Delay it for 5 seconds more or force a liftoff and a reland? Probably 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'd say. It's close.
It's tough to say. Stargate on the way for Creator once again. Reaper out for KeeN, gonna confirm that Nexus. Can't jump up here thanks to this pylon that's blocking that location. Oh, is KeeN... He's trying to pick off a probe around the Nexus. This is actually so cool.
Ring around the rosy here.
The Adept.
You can't get me.
Regretting her short arms right now.
Yeah.
Inability to throw that Frisbee far enough.
But protecting the probes, and she's pretty happy about that, probably. No probes go down.
Yeah, I've just been curious if more Terrans will start doing that. Since Maru, I can't remember what match it was, but Maru killed like an Adept just going around the Nexus. And it was darn beautiful.
I have to find that highlight.
Reaper jumps on out of there. Third command center on the way for KeeN, so a rather quick one, all things considered. And versus a Stargate first, that's definitely not something to scoff at, a quick third command center, as it can set you up very well as the Terran player, because defending a Stargate, not the hardest thing in the world, as long as you're not blatantly out of position or anything. So you can really gain the benefit from that command center. Man, KeeN's Reapers have just been having a really tough go of it.
Yeah, they had a rough time in the series for sure.
Cyclone locks onto that Oracle.
Get out! God, that range is so far. That Oracle didn't even cross the border into the main, I don't think, and barely made it out alive.
Cyclones are good units.
Yeah. Really, really good at preventing harassment.
Another Oracle out for Creator. Third command center on the way up for KeeN.
Yeah,
Or, well,
happily.
on location now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, definitely done. Happily mining. Oracle sitting in the cannot see it area. I think that's what that functions as.
Yeah, it's just a
Oh!
Fancy...
Fancy, like, ferns. The Adepts could have gotten the main.
Oh, I guess
could have got a scout off.
You don't want to commit with 2 Adepts?
I guess not, but, like, maybe send one in? Maybe
Yeah, sacrifice the 1 Adept, but that would have been very, very quick thinking.
Oh, can the Cyclones defend that? I guess the Adepts figured they could.
Turret getting up at that 3rd base anyway. A scan going down in the 3rd base of Creator, which is now getting up. Gas is taken, so going to be having a very strong economy. And now that +1 blink on the way. Three Oracles out for Creator.
Revelation tossed down.
Oh, there's nothing at the natural here.
Heard it.
Oh, Widowmine's in trouble.
No,
Yep.
no Widowmine. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
And
Cyclone's
these
getting
Cyclones,
focused.
oh man.
No!
Ooh.
No, loses 2 of the Oracles in the bid to finish off that 1 Cyclone.
Marines get stasis though.
Oh, that's amazing. These Oracles could have done so much more, but losing the 2 there, to the missile turret and to the Cyclone attacking itself. Great positioning, though, bringing the Cyclone back to where there's a turret to support it. Nicely done by KeeN.
Yeah, nicely done indeed.
Army supply, 46 to 27 in favor of KeeN right now. He's got 3 bases. Protoss is on 3 bases. Time to move out. Drop time here from KeeN. Double medevac drop, swinging down this left side. 1+1 infantry attack is just about to complete here. Might line up quite nicely with this drop. And ground weapons level 1 finishing up here too from the Protoss. That's going to help him survive whatever we see here next.
Yeah, this drop coming on in. We'll see where it's going to hit. Scan goes down. It is important to note that Blink has been finished up, but oh, this bio is going to unload.
Oh, gosh.
If he snipes the Templar Archives, that would be massive. Storm is not yet done. It's going to be so close. It completes, though.
Oh, it did! Holy crap, I thought for sure it was
and there's
gone.
the Psy Storm. KeeN quickly realizing he didn't get it.
Immediate results on saving that storm just long enough. That was incredible.
Oracle goes down, though, and a fair few probes have gone down to this attack. The 1 Medivac gets picked off, but some of those units escaping. And now we're seeing another drop just driving right on it and flying in there towards the natural. KeeN wanting to keep this pressure on, but looks like Creator will be able to shut this round down. Some Zealots. No charge just yet, but oh yeah, those Stalkers punishing that Medivac hard.
Oh, if he'd gotten Storm, that would have been such a huge victory.
Oh, it would have, too. Oh, one of those second things. There's been a lot of close moments this series between these two so far. 4 Widowmines loading up into this Medivac for KeeN, who's still just powering up, by the way. KeeN, realizing that it's probably not a good idea to just fully commit and try and kill my opponent. He's getting up a 4th command center already, which is a very bold statement for a Terran in TvP. A Ghost Academy is on the way. And so KeeN, not just wanting to end this game as quick as he can, he's just saying, okay, I'll take it late if I have to. Whereas Creator, he's being very passive, or just very cautious. Throwing up his 4th base now. Oh, man. Those stalkers, they just annihilated that medivac.
Ah. No damage done. Tempest production has begun, though.
Yeah, very early Tempest coming out of Creator. As a matter of fact, like...
The first Liberators are on the way now, and the Tempest are already ready.
Yeah, this is really curious on a map this large, committing to Tempest this quick. Because the Tempest don't counter Marines and Marauders. So the fact that Creator's like, I'll go straight into Tempest is an interesting choice. In comes these Marines and Marauders. They pick off that High Templar before a storm is dropped. That's absolutely massive. Stargate's gone down. Looks like the Robo could potentially be going down, and it does. So this is actually a great trade for KeeN right now. Picks off another High Templar before a storm is dropped, and even if he just trades out now, he's gotten a lot of damage done. Gets out with the medivacs. Loses one, but no. Fantastically done by KeeN.
Yeah, beautifully done. Got a ton of work done there.
Huge amounts of damage.
Army supply 92 to 84. KeeN still has that lead.
Yeah, it's interesting how Creator's only form of AoE this game is the High Templar, and that he hasn't gone for, say, even Archons. He doesn't have Colossus. So that's very noteworthy. The fact that he did go for those Stargates before investing in a robotics bay or anything like that, because the Colossus passive AoE really complements the Protoss army, regardless of what you're making.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising. Going for a Dark Shrine and additional Stargates here, too.
5 ghosts on the way at a time for KeeN. This is a powerful Terran economy, and it's allowing KeeN to produce just such expensive units, but in a very high quantity.
Yeah, this ghost count, higher than I've seen in a TvP in a while. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes see it against Zerg, but against Protoss, that's a lot.
Vikings ghosts on the way. KeeN could be looking to get a very scary attack in versus his opponent. His 2-2 is now done. And so the players are going to be on equal upgrades for quite a while, it would seem, as the +2 for Creator will probably be done by the time an attack actually happens. But no, this is an interesting game we're having so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great back and forth thus far. Zealots taking forever to die, but they do eventually
Oh, look at this. Bio runs on in towards the 4th base, but no Templar getting storms off on that. So the 4th base just gets sniped off, and Stalkers blink forward into Widow Mines. Great
Zealots pursuing with charge, trying to get stuff done, getting wiped out in the process. That Nexus died so fast. I mean, that is the result of not having storms available to shove away that bio.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he have a High Templar there and then it got picked off or something? Or
I didn't see one.
Yeah, I didn't either. And if High Templar are your only source of AoE, you need to have them in perfect positions.
Maybe like
Protoss.
2.
Yeah, he's got one at its natural, and we're now seeing a Disruptor on the way for Creator. Probably like a why not Disruptor. Like, I gotta make something else because these High Templar haven't been working. For now, though, this game's looking pretty decent for KeeN. If you're a Terran and you're going into the late game versus a Protoss player, this is the way you want to go about doing it. KeeN got himself... Yeah, I'm gonna straight up say it. He's got himself a lead here. He's got up a 5th base. He's getting up a 6th. And he shut down Creator's 4th, so getting some damage done. That being said, there's a lot of wiggle room in these late game situations for one player to take a lead or another player to throw it away, so...
Very true. I mean, it's just even enough at this stage that I don't know who has a huge advantage over anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. They're both almost maxed out.
Those dumb rocks. It just provides a bush, is all it does.
Oh yeah, I forgot we talked about that in the last Afreeca world.
I still don't quite understand why they exist. The players don't even bother with them
notice how
at
no
all.
one's killing them. KeeN's sending his army around the rock. And speaking of KeeN's army, he's moving in for an attack right now. Perfect EMP hits the High Templars there. Beautifully done. The Tempest have to retreat. And this is just so scary what KeeN is doing right now. He's got Liberators set up. He's got enough Vikings to buffer for the Liberators from the Tempest. There's a single Disruptor, but it's not going to get a good connection off. Psystorm's not really landing.
Yeah, with that second Nexus takedown, I gotta say, KeeN has the advantage here, clearly.
Oh yeah, he's running into this choke point, which is pretty risky here, but he's still got the Vikings chasing down the Tempest, running away those Disruptor Novas a little bit early to hit this bio. EMP's landing, and this is looking great for KeeN. Creator's army is just folding right now.
Yeah, the Vikings don't even bother dodging that storm all that much. All the Tempests are gone. Not even... There we go. Nice split against the Disruptor there. Immortal Archon trying to get some stuff done here. They're going to get that Nexus. There's no saving it there.
And oh, look at this. Ghosts and Stalkers at the other base of Creator, and he needs to make sure that he keeps this one alive if he has a hope in hell of winning this game, as he just lost his 4th, he lost his 3rd. So he's barely, I don't know what to call him at this point, but his economy is not great.
No, absolutely not. I mean, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
We're looking at a 3 basing Protoss now versus effectively a 5-6 basing Terran.
Yeah, not a good spot. Yeah. Look at the supply. No. I mean, you're Protoss, so you got to give it a shot. You got some of the best AoE in the game with the Disruptors and the High Templar, so there's a chance you can just massacre your opponent's army and have a comeback. But we're seeing Creator, he's desperate. He's going for an attack right now. Disruption Novas are going out, forcing KeeN back, but since KeeN is the defenders, he cannot just retreat away from those Psystorms being dropped, but I don't know if there's enough to back it up right now.
Well, the Novas are getting some decent hits there as well. Liberators, though, coming into play. Nah. KeeN gets the 2-1 lead.
Quarter pass not happening for Creator there as KeeN just knocks him down.
No, no, no.
And we're getting to map number 4.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it started. It started with the... Well, not started, but where this ball got rolling was taking on that 4th base for the 2nd time in a row, EMPing the High Templar so no storms were available, and then just kind of continuing to roll on from there. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, that was some nasty stuff right there.
Gotta see more ghosts. More ghosts versus Protoss, man. That's what I would like to see. So maybe KeeN will give us some more there if he cares about us at all. I mean, he says he does, but I don't know if I believe him necessarily.
We'll see. Maybe he'll make more ghosts. King's Cove is going to be the next map.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful place to vacation, unless there happens to be a major battle going on between Protoss and Terran, in which case do not vacation there.
Yes, if you notice like a mothership flying over the planet or whatever, it's probably time to skedaddle.
Yeah. I went back and rewatched one of my Let's Plays from the Nova Covert Ops missions.
Oh, yeah?
And there's a mission where, like, Prince Valerian is on this Terran planet, and freaking Alarak shows up and just comes right into the atmosphere.
Oh,
he just immediately, like, teleports where everybody is, where the freaking, like, Emperor of the Dominion exists. Nobody stops him. Nobody slows him down. There's nothing to stop him at all. And I was like, man, Terran air support and air defense is garbage.
Because that took place after, right?
After what?
After Legacy of the Void?
Yeah. Yep. Because Valerian's in charge.
Yes. Gotcha. And, no, those missions are fun.
They are fun. They're tons of fun. If you haven't played them, you should.
You should.
Everybody who's listening.
StarCraft campaign, the first game's free for StarCraft 2 anyway.
Yeah.
And, yeah, worth playing. Anyway, as far as this series goes, spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it's KeeN.
And in the bottom right, Creator. Somehow finds himself down 2-1, but he's kicking himself about the game that he sort of threw away.
It should be a 2-1 in his lead, that's for sure.
Yeah, much more comfortable position.
KeeN did take down Creator last time. I think it was, what, like a 4-1 or a 4-2 or something?
Felt like a 4-1. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, I think you're... Yeah, I think that's the case. But no, yeah, KeeN just looking really good taking down Creator.
Bit of a rhombus here from the SCV. Not quite a square or a rectangle, so we'll call it a rhombus. And yeah, no real probe harassment this time around. I mean, we're just sort of Creator doing his thing back home, Reaper cruising on out, see what he can find and what he can kill. The answer is not much, as there's already ended up on the way. as the Reaper passes the giant dragon bones that scatter the lands. Honestly, there should be treasure hunters here, not vacationers.
There should be.
There's like diamonds sitting on the ground in multiple spots in this area.
What if they're just tourist attractions, though, for like a scavenger hunt or something at a beach resort?
That would be tons of fun, actually. I would do that.
It would be.
Yeah, Kitty 8 charge and not much else there. Reaper gets out with his life. Too many of his previous comrades have died to adepts in this series.
Yeah, if he wants to be on his toes. That's for sure. Maybe KeeN's just having a bad day with Reapers or something. As far as the builds go coming out of these guys, we're seeing Marauders on the way for KeeN and Hellions. So it's most likely going to be one of those Marauder Hellion pushes. I imagine we'll be seeing a Medivac start, Concussive Shell most likely, perhaps. Nope, never mind. Prove me wrong.
Barracks says no.
Yes. KeeN says no. So he's going for the one Marauder, the one Marine, and then 2 Hellions. We'll see if he's able to make anything happen here. This is one of those odd-timed pushes. Yeah, we've seen this before, in which you kind of just walk up onto the Protoss at an odd time because it seems like that the Protoss scouting windows aren't necessarily there, and that you're suddenly like 2 Hellions, a Marauder, and a Marine. This is not a joke. Here we come. Sentry.
Here we go.
Used
Reaper
energy on the
involved
hallucination, so this could actually be horrible for Creator right now. These Hellions running on in. The Marauder trying to kill off the Stalker, which is still trucking. Probes are going down in mass quantity, though.
They are. But that final Marauder is going to go down. 10 probes down for that army.
That was bad.
11 down for that army.
That was a doozy. A random Widowmine going to walk across the map for KeeN. Just burrow itself.
I pictured him like moving into the natural, but that did not happen. Like, hey guys, am I late?
I mean, Widowmines are good, man. Pretty much anything they hit is worth it. Their value.
I don't know. Widowmine firing on like an Ultralisk. I'm not sure the Ultra cares all that.
How many does it take to kill? Let's see. How much damage? 125, so it takes what? 5 Widowmines to kill an Ultra?
Yeah.
Do the math. That's 5 times 75.
And I guess that attack does ignore armor too, doesn't it?
Yes,
so
it does.
Kindness plating does not matter.
Is it cost efficient if your opponent's making Ultras just to make Widowmines?
I mean, the games that I've seen where Terran just goes mass Widowmine against Zerg, Ultras have never shown up. So, probably.
Yeah, I mean...
But I mean, the other way around, like if your opponent has Ultras, do you want to go Widowmines? I don't know about that.
These are the big questions. So there's 2 Banshees out for KeeN. He tried to get in with the first one, realized there was a shield battery, and noped on out of there. But now you've got 2, you can start popping off probes with 1 shot. Oh, these Banshees, they do got to be careful. Stalker's pursuing them. They cloak and try and escape, though, and looks like they will be able to make that happen. Still, though, worker count is even right now.
That's not good for Protoss. Mules are good. We can see there the mineral income definitely favoring the Terrans by about anywhere from 200 to 400.
Yeah, looking at that income graph.
Yep.
And KeeN, he's 2-basing it, so his regular 2-base is going to hit even harder because of the fact that Creator is going to have less to defend it with, so he's got to really be on point to make this happen. For now, he's getting charge and 1/1 upgrades on the way. If he chrono boosts out his upgrades non-stop, maybe he can have these done before KeeN decides to go for an attack, and most likely will because that stim pack is still a fair ways away, so the upgrades will be done in time from this evening. Banshees come on in, gets 2 probes, but will be pushed back for now. Just going to hang out in this dead space. Stalker gets hit hard by that Widowmine. The mine, though, running away, knows that it got its value and escaped.
Well, not all the way home, though.
Not all the way home. He chooses here. Okay.
And he's cloaked again, so that's good. I mean, assuming he burrows, which he's not.
Nope.
So
I think KeeN has just forgotten. He probably wrote that Widowmine off.
good job, man. You got a kill. Never talking to you again.
I'm not talking to a murderer. So Creator's got his Stalkers out on the map, but it's going to be real rough holding this attack. There's no AoE for the Protoss player. He's going to have a whack load of Zealots, but a Raven with an anti-armor missile, all these Widow Mines, and even a Siege tank in the mix are going to have a lot to say about it. So it's going to have to be a miracle hold for Creator. He's moving out on the map, just going to try and get anything he can done. He was looking for that Raven, but didn't find it. And now it looks like he's going to be eating an anti-armor missile there as he was trying to buy as much time as he can, but these anti-armor missiles, they last a fair while, so it might just be best for Creator to really back off here. Toss down one force field to buy himself some time, but that anti-armor missile still in effect. Another fresh one goes down there, and this is just looking very, very tough for Creator as his Zealots are just going to melt away. He doesn't have any form of AoE right now. He does have the upgrade advantage, but that's nullified by the anti-armor missile. The Zealots are just melting away like butter.
Ugh.
And yeah,
this is not looking good. Yeah, the Zealots are gone now. Oh, a couple more do warp in, but die almost instantly here. Third base is toast, trying to warp Prism Micro as fancy as he can. Widowmine's burrowing on in.
He can't even micro with it now, though. Interference
KeeN.
Matrix.